Sometimes, when I make a great effort, I can remember her scent, the sweetness of her breath. Serena. Serena? Why can't I see you more clearly? Why can't I even remember? Serena enjoyed spice in our life. I preferred it more bland. We were so different on some points.
You always put too much salt in, dear. Think about your pressure.
She always worried about my diet. I used to think she did it to annoy me, but now... Yep, guilty as charged. I love salt. It emphasizes the taste a lot, and those crispy snacks. It's not the healthier type, just regular table salt. I always planned to switch to mineral or sea salt, but then I always ended up buying the regular stuff. Doctors, they always I must be even more exhausted than I realize. Here I am staring at a salt shaker, my thoughts a million miles away. It's not the healthier type, just regular table salt. The furniture came with the cabin, considering how sometimes she would brush her leg against mine. The table is worn but sturdy. Our dining table, quite modest, but I could tell plenty of stories about this. The dining table was well worn even when we acquired the cabin. Our dining table, quite modest, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I could tell plenty of stories about this table. To be honest, I'm surprised it's still in one piece. The dining table was well worn even when we acquired the cabin. You could tell from its appearance that it had been the centerpiece of many happy occasions. And there were many more to come. Come, love, with peace in your heart, said Niamh of the ice blue eyes. Blue eyes. It's based on an Irish folktale. Warrior poet O'Sheen goes to Tirnanog, a Celtic otherworld known as the Land of Youth and Promise. Niamh is of the Fey folk, the fair ones, fairies. Weird mix of doggerel and artistry. The elemental imagery is evocative, but the language and structure are a bit quaint. Still, some lines jump out at you. I've always been drawn to things that are kind of both good and bad at the same time. Maybe because my grandma introduced me to these old legends when I was just a kid, in between stories of what she could still remember of her child. Weird mix of doggerel and artistry. The elemental imagery is evocative, but I've always been drawn to things that are kind of... My grandma introduced me to these old legends when I was just a kid, in between stories of what she could still remember of her something. We use this trunk to store trinkets and papers, but I can't help thinking there's something of importance inside. It's too painful. I want to. We found this big enough for a... We hated guns, so we never had any, even out here. But this would have been a good place to keep one, since it can be locked. No, I don't want to leave right now. There's still something for me in here. So many afternoons spent in this armchair.
Come sit with me. I want to talk. And cuddle.
What did we talk about? Damn this fallible memory of mine. The most comfortable spot in the cabin, well, along with the bed, of course. I can imagine her cuddling up to me even now, putting her hand... Of course, we made love here, too. There was no place in the cabin we didn't before things... The most comfortable spot in the cabin, well, along... I can imagine her cuddling up to me even... Of course, we made love here, too. There was no place in the cabin we didn't before things deteriorated. So much wisdom and happiness in this book. The smell of old books. I loved it when we took most of the books. A lot of I didn't. Most of the book. A lot of I didn't. Most of the book. A lot of rare. I didn't. Most of the book. A lot of I didn't. Most of a lot of I didn't lend out my Necronomicon, did I? No, of course not. We had such a wonderful time dining in this cabin. Serena loved to experiment with her cooking. She made this with her own hands. She was really good. Our refuge from the world. A place of warmth and passion. The clock is a trophy from our flea market adventures. Chalk this particular purchase up to every cabin needs one. There's a strand of blonde hair in the comb. Yes, blonde hair like sun rays. I'm remembering. What's wrong with my memory? She also had a brush, but I can't see it anywhere. Nor some. It's just a regular comb bought from a hers. I used it too when there's only an outhouse, and for some reason, whoever erected the rickety thing did. Should I dust for fingerprints? I might if I were in a detective story. After all these years, it permanently smells of her and her... The last thing I need now is to see myself in the mirror. There's dust on this, too. After all these years, it permanently smells of her and her perfume.
Dearest, how do I say any of this? I like your way with words, but if I don't write this, I don't know what I'll do. My life feels so unreal now, dreamlike, but wonderfully so. Let me try, even if clumsily. The hours I spent with you when we last met are precious to me. I was so lost such a short time ago. Everything seemed drained of color and feeling. I think we were meant to find each other, to bring meaning to our lives again, make sense of the confusion shrouding both of us. When we stepped into the crystal silence of the snowy woods, Don't forget your pill, hun. I know you'd rather not, but you know it's for the best.
Beta blockers. I have high blood pressure. I'm only supposed to take these before meals. Not a big fan of them. They do I'm only not a big fan of them. They do tend to alleviate my headaches, though. Comme une évidence. Serena's favorite perfume. These keys are for the cabin and the car. If the keys are here, does she have her spare? I should probably stay here in case she doesn't. Did she even have her own spare? We also have a key for the outhouse, but can't be bothered to keep it anywhere other than under that rock next to the thing. No one comes. We did have a... I never noticed. We also have a key for the outhouse, but can't be bothered to keep it anywhere other than under that rock next to the thing. No one... It's a beautiful day, though there's an unnatural calm surrounding the area. Unlike its sibling, sometimes the furniture came with the cabin. There are no monsters under the bed. I feel too... There are no monsters under the bed.
Look what I made, hun, in case we ever need to sweep something under the carpet.
She adored all things of... She is fairly religious. Not me. Curiously, she always thought maybe I should have let her bring some. Her faith came as a surprise to me. A plant is a plant. No, I don't want to read. For some reason, like I feel, there are no monsters. Quite a large armoire for our we all have our skeletons in it. I'm not, maybe, I'm a cat. Don't think Serena would approve of me making an even bigger mess of the clothes in here. We found this trunk at a flea market. We used to love rummaging around those. Big enough? We found this trunk at a flea market. We used to love rummaging around those in our early years. This was taken on that crisp winter night at our mutual friend's hunting lodge. We came back indoors, laughing, giddy as teenagers. It was truly like an enchanted time, like we were in a magic... My love, we don't have a lot of photos of ourselves as a couple, so this one is quite important. The guy who snapped this, our host that night, used an actual film camera. My love, we don't have a lot of photos of ourselves as a couple, so this one is quite one of those moments we sat at this table, laughing, smiling, simply looking in each other's eyes. Why? I might just as well stay here. I should really stay. I'm so tired. I prefer the darkness inside right now. There's nothing for me out there. As always, I automatically went to the window side, and she took the one by the armoire. What's the matter with me? Maybe if I go to sleep, I will wake up, and there I feel too restless to sleep right now. I don't sleep well without Serena next to me. Both a blessing and a curse, I suppose. There are no monsters under the bed. I don't sleep well without Serena next to me. Both a blessing and a curse, I suppose. How I miss her naked. Maybe I'm a casual dresser. There are no monsters on the...
Did you take the rug's all crooked again. Can you help me straighten it out?
We seemed to take fewer and fewer walks as the years went by. I never noticed it before. I still remember. How could I possibly forget the color? She was my girl with the sun in her hair. I liked to watch. She also had a brush, but I can't see it anywhere. Nor some of her other personal items.
Where?
I never noticed it before, but there's some... I never noticed it before, but there's some rust on the ring. Huh, I should get a new one.
Dearest, how do I say...
Big enough for... We hated guns, so we never had any, even out here. But this would have been a good place to keep one, since it can be locked. When did we let this window get... There didn't seem to be much reason to keep it clean. I should clean the cabin. I can make out nothing through this. There was a time. All the windows are drafty.
Come sit with me. I want to talk. I have been trying, and believe me, I've been trying so hard.
I almost have it. What was she trying to tell me? The most comfortable spot in the cabin. Well, I can imagine her cuddling up to... Of course, we made love here, too. The most comfortable spot in the cabin. This table has seen many happy times. The meals we shared, or when we... I sure hope our dining table... It's different. But that just... Am I going mad? Somehow she looks sadder than I remembered. Could I really have been so... The guy who snapped this? My love. I could tell plenty of... The dining...
Is it my...
I'm determined to make it... It's not our pig and pepper. The dining table was well... Our dining table. quite modest, but if it ain't broke. Years passed, no tears fell, no death knell reached the golden shore. Time works different. She's gone, and weird mix. I've always been drawn. My grandma introduced me to these old legends when I was just a kid. In between stories of what she could still remember, I could tell. The dining table was well worn even when we acquired the cabin. You could tell from its appearance that it had been the centerpiece of a lot of rarities and special editions. I didn't lend out my Necronomicon, did I? I did most of a lot of rarities and special editions here. Without any activity, the corner feels cold and lifeless. When she was happy, she'd...
Feeling peckish, dear?
The stove, considering how basic... The stove looks like I can imagine her cuddling up to me. Of course, we made the most comfortable... Of course, we made love here, too. There was no place in the cabin we didn't before things deteriorated. This door has been creaking for years. One of the many things I promised I would fix. Our dining table, I could tell. The dining table was well... I kept saying I'd paint these chairs, add some color to this place. She's angry now. Part of me realizes I should... She was lying to me and I'm the one who should have been scowling. She played me like a harp and made me look like a complete idiot. All of these pathetic souvenirs from our relation. I couldn't care less about this damn. I torture myself trying to remember. I'm too upset to even think straight. I hate her so much. All of these pathetic souvenirs from our relationship. I couldn't care less about this damn. I torture myself. I'm too upset to even think straight.
Yes,
She was always yammering about the salt, feigning...
You just don't get it, do you? You never do.
If she were here, I hate her so much. I couldn't care less. Too upset to even think straight. I hate her. I hate her so much. The scholars... all of these pathetic souvenirs from our relationship, they're all lies. This armchair. This is where we...
I've been trying so hard. Will you just listen to me for once? God, you're always... Wait, where are you going? Don't walk away from me.
I couldn't care less about this. I torture myself to all of these pathetics. All the real color faded. It must be full of dust mites. I told her the right... I couldn't care. I torture too upset to even think straight. I should tear all her filthy, disease-ridden not even... I hate her. All of this... I couldn't care less. The stains on this bed... I must life. I'm not... I torture myself. Too upset to even think straight. I got it. I torture myself trying to remember. Sunlight, birdsong. Nothing feels worse. I'm too up. I torture myself trying to remember. How could I have been so... I'm too upset to even think straight. I couldn't. I'm too up. I hate her. I can't... I hate her. I torture myself trying to remember.
Dearest, how do I...
Just a bunch of schmaltzy junk.
I sit here on the train, taking me to my final farewell to the ones who brought me to this world. I see the smiling couples on their way to new adventures and think, that used to be us. We had joy and laughter and friends once, but a memory is not the thing itself. You're very good at letting things you don't want to face slip off you. You continue as if nothing has changed, lost in your own lifeless world. Words and dreams may be enough for you. You know, I no longer know what you're thinking. With my parents gone and with your refusal to even accompany me in my time of need, something broke. Or maybe it happened long ago, but I never saw it so clearly before, even after everything. I don't make you feel comfortable? Really? That's all you have to say? I won't waste any more life waiting for things that'll never come. Of course, that's what you expect me to do.
Her jewelry box. What is it doing here? A shrine to naivety. I should just destroy this useless
No,
junk.
I sit here on the
But
plate.
not
I
even
no
the
longer...
venom inside. All of it. Why torture myself trying to remember? I'm too upset to even think straight. I hate her. I couldn't care. What? I'm too upset to even think straight. I hate all of this. These pathetic souvenirs. I couldn't care less. Why torture? I'm too upset to even think straight. Do I deserve to be forgiven? What about all the things she did and all the things she said?
Words and dreams may be enough for you, but you know what? You'll get a chance to test that soon, because I've had enough.
I hate her. All of this. These pathetics. I couldn't care less about. Why torture myself trying to remember? I tried to be charitable with her. My wife has no never those dry, blackened omelets again. Good riddance. I'm too upset to even think straight. She actually threw the
Here's your...
heavy damn thing. Cast iron. I hate her so much. All of this... These... I hate her so much. I'm too upset to even think straight. Guess I could have thanked that heartless slut. No, this isn't this I couldn't. Why torture myself trying to remember? I'm too upset to... I hate her. All of this. I couldn't care less about this damn thing. I couldn't care less about this damn thing. She once told me how I supposedly used words to fool her somehow, but what did she think?
Where are you going? Oh, that's rich. Just run away.
Unless... I hate her so much.
Dearest, how do I...
All of this... These... I couldn't care... All of this... I couldn't care less about this damn thing. Why torture myself? I couldn't care less about this damn thing. How could I be so inconsiderate? I haven't got any bulbs on me. Why torture myself trying to remember? I'm too upset to even think straight. I hate her so... All of this... I couldn't care less. Why torture... I'm too upset. I hate her so much. All of this... I couldn't care... Why torture myself trying to remember? I'm too upset to even... I hate all of this... These... pathetic souvenirs from our relationship. They're all lies. It's like... looking into my own... Did I... It's like the... I could... What? I'm too up... I hate her so much. All of this... The... What? I'm too upset to even think straight. I hate her. I'm too up... What? I couldn't... What? What? I'm too upset to even think straight. I hate her. Why torture myself trying to... I'm too upset. All of this... These... What? All of this... these pathetic souvenirs from... I remember how happy these made her. She smiled. I must have gifted these to make amends or something. Or did I? Did I ever gift her anything? She loved her trinkets more than... I couldn't care less. Why torture myself? Her wedding ring or mine? But what is it doing here? It's hers. I can't believe she would just leave it here. Where the hell is she? No, I didn't do it. I'm too upset to even think. I hate her. All of these pathetic souvenirs. I couldn't care less about this damn thing. Why torture? I hate her so much. Truth is, I could have used this spice to get some of her abominations. I couldn't care less about... I feel like her face. It's wobbly and all. Why torture myself? I'm too up. I couldn't care less about this damn thing. I couldn't care less about this damn thing. Why? I'm too upset. Why torture myself trying to remember? All of these pathetic souvenirs from our relationship, they're all... I'm too up. I hate her so much. I'm too upset to even think straight. I hate her. All of these pathetic souvenirs from our relationship, they're all lies. I couldn't care less about... Why torture myself? I'm too upset to even think straight. All of this... Why torture myself trying to remember? I'm too upset. Why torture myself trying to remember? There's only... I'm too upset to even think straight. All of these... I couldn't care less about... Why I'm too up... All of these... Maybe I should have a look at the contact pages. Her and her damn spice. Wow. Two can play at that game. Serena thought she was so special, always trying to make our sex life edgy and exciting. Now I can see she was just afraid of admitting how bland and boring she really was. I couldn't care less about... Why torture myself trying to remember? It feels darker by the minute, but the sun is still high and I'm too upset to even think... I hate... All of these pathetics. Why torture? What? I hate her so much. All of these, I couldn't care. What? I hate her so much. How was I supposed to react when she used this anyway? She knew I loved her. It's not like we have to say it over and over again.
Dearest.
I couldn't care. All of these, I'm, why torture? All of these, pathetic. I hate her so much.
Do you realize how stupid this was? We had a
My
plan.
God.
I took measures to ensure
What is
nothing
this?
like would happen.
It can't.
No,
It isn't. How did it happen? It's already rotten beyond recognition. But it's dry. And a body takes at least weeks to... I can't even remember how I did it. Maybe I didn't. Do I have brain damage? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. Those noises sound like more than one person. Who can it be? Are they coming for me? I deserve it. There's something about those voices. I must know. The window.
Do you realize how stupid this was? We had a plan. I took measures to ensure nothing like this would happen. But no, you couldn't help your damn self. We can't risk moving it now. The bulldozers are coming any minute.
Fire will do it.
Do you think they will buy it after all this time? It's been months since you...
Don't worry. It's all covered. He spent much time here.
Fine. Give me the kerosene. Oh shit. We forgot your... Fuck. It was so stupid to leave it. Why did you do that?
Can you calm down? I couldn't bear to wear it any longer. It's in a safe place. We'll pick it from the ashes.
Let me go! Please! Let me go!